Hey, y'all, gravity. Any evening above ground, live it. Hope everyone had a joyous day today and productive day. The things you see when you drive home, things you listen to when you drive home. Y'all read the title, right? Oh, yeah. She said that shit. Kim Klacik. Everybody's coming outside for the election. As well, you should. But yeah, this chick once again proves that conservatives do not read or research. Family, when you hear this interview that she did, I swear to God, y'all gonna fall out. Let's see who's in the building because I want to get to this because I don't want to stay too long. It's only about 37 minutes I saw, but man, Cosmic Fury, good evening. We're gonna get to that. Hurricane IQ, hello. Willie Tresses, hello. Charles Gibson, hello. Brother Torian Rain, hello. You says just stepped off the karaoke stage singing that classic Stevie. And what do I walk into? Basic classic out again. There he go. Torian, we need the footage. We need that footage. Carla Lockhart, hello. Lewis Knowles, hello. CRU Realty, hello. Oh yeah, getting off the rail yard plantation KGB cooking. It's my Friday gets no better. All right, enjoy your Friday. My Monday just started today. Sunkissed by the Most High, hello. Miriam R, hello. And for those who haven't said anything in the chat or the live chat or the comments, hello. Let's just get into it, family. Y'all got to see who she talked to and who she brought up and what she said.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
All right. We already proofed it, so we good. Now, y'all see at the bottom, right-hand corner. I know.
Robert, stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.
No. What the hell?
I know. I know. She was there. Fair use.
Newsweek hired Redfield and Wilton Strategies to do a poll in July, and it found that 70% of Americans believe that children in schools should be taught to feel proud of their country. At the same time, 57% think institutional racism still exists in the United States. So, Kim, if most Americans believe national pride is something we should teach, cool, maybe we should teach that. But also, if 57% of the nation believes that institutional racism is real, shouldn't we teach about that as well?
Well, I think it's up to a teacher's discretion, honestly, in the classroom. And this is one of the side effects, I think, of the COVID pandemic, right? You had a lot of people that were able to see exactly what the curriculum was in each school because so many kids were learning virtually at home. And so I think it was a good thing, right? Now, I do believe that teachers probably should teach the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I think that's what they're trying to do in Florida. I have to say, I'm on Governor Ron DeSantis' side here. I know people are probably not shocked to hear that, but I do believe that we should be teaching some of the good parts that came out of slavery. And I say that.
Okay, we're back to this again. The good parts of slavery. We're back to this again. We're doing this again. We cooked this man for this. We cooked this man for this. What are we doing? The good parts of slavery. Oh my God. Hey, Kimmy. Come here, Kimmy. Come here, Kimmy, with the tight face. Come here. Go over to them Jews and tell them how good it was during the Holocaust. Go ahead and tell them that. Go tell the Native Americans how good it was during the Trail of Tears. Please, go tell the Japanese when the Chinese showed up. Go tell the Chinese when the Japanese showed up how good they had it. Please. Go tell the Indians how Pakistan was. Please go tell them this. Tell them the good parts of that history. Go ahead. I would love to, especially with them not even the Jews. Go tell the Chinese about their history. I would love to see the reactions. I would love for it. And this is before they call you a monkey or they try to rub off your skin. What? Glasses back on. Back to the video.
Is because there are some people that were born into slavery and they were able to take those skills that they learned and went on to be entrepreneurs. There were some.
We're back to this again. So without them slaves, without the white man enslaving the ancestors, they wouldn't learn those skills. What? Okay. Because regardless of how y'all think, Africa had stuff in there that was already being built that was civilizing the world. But we're going to ignore that. Some of the earliest technologies were created in Africa, but we're going to ignore that. It was the white man who finally got the ancestors in shape to go build shit. We're going to forget the Moors. We're going to forget them, how they civilized Spain and East and Western Europe. We're going to forget them. Okay. Continue, ma'am. Show us this impeccable research that you have done.
The inventions that we have today, like the folding chair with the bookcase in the back, that was
the folding chair. The folding chair. She said the folding chair. You mean this? That thing? You're talking about that thing? You're talking about that? Interesting. Because I love how you brought up the folding chair, but then we go do some quick research and we don't see you mentioning what happened in Montgomery last year. We don't see this. We're not seeing this. Okay, maybe you don't want to say Montgomery. Maybe you don't want to do that. Let's look up the state of Alabama. Let's see if you said anything. Look, there you go. Not many results contain Alabama. Yeah. All right. See, this is not the first time she said this. Look. We just doing research off the cuff. There you go. So slavery benefit white people. Okay. So this is the second time you talked to this man and said this. All right. Maybe this is an old interview. This might be old. Okay, this is old. This was a year ago. So now we know he put this up today. So this might be an old interview, but all right. She said this. Okay. So slavery benefited white people, but it also benefited black people. Okay. Just want to make sure. I don't want to misquote her. Continue.
Was invented by a man named Alexander, who was living in Lynchburg, Virginia. He was born into slavery, but he knew that there was a need there because of the church that he attended. Had they not been slaves, no, they would not have learned those skills. But of course,
how do you know that, ma'am? How do you know that? Continue.
I'm not saying that slavery was a job program. That's not what I'm saying.
Slavery wasn't a job program. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Slavery, but he knew that there was a need there because of the church that he attended. Had they not been slaves, no, they would not have learned those skills. But of course, I am not saying that slavery was a job program. That's not what I'm saying. Slavery was not a job program.
Okay. But you just said without slavery, they wouldn't learn them skills. So how's it not a job program? What, let me guess. Those slave masters, they were just nice. They just wanted to teach their slaves a skill because they just wanted to. Sailed them all the way over for 2 months or however long the trip was. Dropped them off in the Caribbean, dropped some off in America, dropped some off in South America just because they didn't want to teach them in Africa. They wanted to teach them over in the Western world. Okay. All right. Okay.
I get that, but here's my concern with that. If I tell the story of American slavery in the abstract, in a vacuum, sure, right? We could talk about all the nuances of it. But this is a country that has historically whitewashed slavery. This is a country that consistently pretends that bad things did not happen. You add to that the fact that there's been a movement around the country for decades to change textbooks, and not even often talk about slavery as slavery, but to talk about it as immigration, to talk about it as a jobs program and other things that you're not doing, but many other people have done. So against that backdrop, if we then encourage teachers or encourage curriculum designers to focus on the good that came out of slavery, it becomes another way to sort of whitewash or to understate just how severe an impact slavery had. We are still to this day harmed by slavery. We still to this day pay an economic and social and cultural debt to what happened to us in slavery. So if all that stuff is true, then a textbook spending time focusing on the fact that some people got some skills out of it, to me, it's time we could spend talking about the need for reparations. It's time we could spend talking about the lingering impact of slavery. It's time we could spend talking about the people who entered slavery with skills and who were actually selected for their skill sets on the continent of Africa. We can talk about all that stuff in a finite amount of time rather than talking about a few people who were blacksmiths who were able to get jobs, when in fact there's so many laws and programs stop people from getting access to jobs, to freedom, to justice, to food, clothing, shelter, equality, all that stuff, even after so-called emancipation.
Yeah, well, Marc, look, I still believe you teach the good, the bad, and the ugly. You teach all of it. And so I do have to ask you, without slavery in this country, which again, you had blacks purchasing blacks, you had blacks selling blacks, you had Native Americans purchasing.
By the way, screenshot. We're still back to this again. We're back to this again. The less than 1% of black people that had slaves that use them for nefarious purposes. We're not going to talk about the black folks who bought their own people. We're not going to do that. Okay. We're going to do this. We're going to bring this point back up again. Blacks sold blacks. Okay, great. They did that in Africa too. Africa got to pay. Okay. Let's just say blacks sold blacks. How does that negate what the white man did? How does that negate what the Spanish did? Huh? Or the Indians from India that came over and bought slaves. How do we just negate that because less than 1% of black folks own slaves? Huh? Explain that. Oh, I get it. Damn, family. I forgot. My fault. I forgot. Per capita. I had to say it for them. They get pissed if I don't say it. Per capita. Back to the interview.
Blacks, you had blacks purchasing Native Americans. It goes on and on and on. And I think that conversation around reparations does get very complicated. And I know there are a lot of people that advocate for that. But beyond that, I have to ask you,
what's complicated about it?
Where would you be today without slavery?
Where your people from? I don't think she FBI. I don't think she ate us. I don't think she Freeman. Where your people from? I'm getting Caribbean vibes. Your people got to be from the Caribbean somewhere. I see the daggering spirit in you, ma'am. I see it. You look like you will murder a plate of stewed chicken with some white rice. I don't believe you grew up on pit beef. I don't believe it. I don't believe you grew up on coddies. I believe you grew up on codfish fritters. Well, Deneen Grant, hello and good evening. You got to remember, this is the same chick who was a stripper who married the owner of the strip club she worked at and was baby mama number 6. You got to remember that. She had his 6th child and he actually put the ring on it because he's a fetishizing white man. Just to throw that out there. And for also who might have forgotten, she was in that calendar with those other subpar white women. Got to remember that too. Got to remember. Ooh, more people walked in. I didn't even see y'all. Soapbox Moments, hello. Miss Nisi, hello. Casey Malone, hello. I saw somebody else. Who was it? Val Williams. Trouble Mid Twins are in the building. We finna get y'all a intro. I seen her. J Doggy, hello. Where is it? Oh, there she goes. There you go. All is well. Kason Thompson, hello. Inspector Gadget, fuck that.
That's a great question. That's what we call one of those counterfactual
Bill
hypotheticals,
Finn,
right?
hello.
It's hard for me to tell you where I'd be without slavery because our entire history was interrupted by it. But Black people or African people, more importantly, had empires. We had civilizations. We had governments. We had order. We had laws. Were we perfect? No society, no civilization is perfect. But the question, where would we be without slavery, would imply or suggest to people that somehow we have benefited from the enterprise of slavery, or that somehow in the aftermath of slavery, we're better off than we otherwise would have been. And there's absolutely no evidence to believe that African people were better after interacting with enslavers, after interacting with the European colonists. There's no evidence of that. So I don't know where we'd be without slavery, but I'm certainly sure it's better than where we would otherwise be.
Yeah, see, and I would counter that personally with what we see on the continent of Africa today. I mean, honestly, you talked about some people having, some of the kingdoms and being on the hierarchy in Africa and different countries in Africa.
Family, strap in. This is one of the parts I want y'all to really listen to what she's about to say. Strap in, family. You're going to love this. Oh, y'all don't believe me. I figured you didn't. Okay. You want to see how bad it's fixing to get? We're going to show you how bad it's about to get. Where's my clip? Where is it? I got it somewhere. I just seen it. Here you go. This is how bad it's about to get.
This is way over the edge. Like we it's not even over the edge. We died already.
This is beyond the event horizon. Like we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah, we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah.
Sure, but those weren't the people that were being sold into slavery. See, so it's like it's so hard to understand.
But Kim, where
we're gonna start over again. I just want to make sure y'all hear everything she says.
Having some of the kingdoms and being on the hierarchy in Africa and different countries in Africa, and sure, but those weren't the people that were being.
Certainly sure it's better than where we would otherwise be.
Yeah, see, and I would counter that personally with what we see on the continent of Africa today. I mean, honestly, you talked about some people having, some of the kingdoms and being on the hierarchy in Africa and different countries in Africa, and sure, but those weren't the people that were being sold into slavery. What? See, so it's like it's so hard to understand.
But Kim, where in Africa? I want you to be a little more specific. Where in Africa can we point to and see any kind of problem, any kind of disruption that hasn't been touched or interrupted by Europe?
You're kidding, right? Okay, so my family is from both.
Name a country that has.
Hold on. She said you're kidding, right? Listen, she about to say something that most people didn't pick up. Now I said Caribbean. Listen to what she's about to say.
Can we point to and see any kind of problem, any kind of disruption that hasn't been touched or interrupted by Europe?
You're kidding, right? Okay, so my family is from both.
Name a country that hasn't been.
You hear what she said?
You're kidding, right? Okay, so my family is from both.
Name a country that hasn't been. You're saying that.
Now, I know y'all probably didn't hear what she said because they were both talking over each other, but she named a country that's not in America. North America, to be exact. She said it. So y'all were right. She is a tether. It sounded like something with a B.
Africa, I want you to be a little more specific. Where in Africa can we point to and see any kind of problem, any kind of disruption that hasn't been touched or interrupted by Europe?
You're kidding, right? Okay, so my family is from both.
Name a country that hasn't been.
I wonder if they have the transcript here. I don't think they do. Shit, they might not have the. Oh wait, they do. Damn, it might not work because they were both talking over each other. Shit. Where's the transcript? Show it, you mother. Oh, here you go. It said both name a country that hasn't been home. Damn. They were both talking over each other. Shit.
You're saying Nigeria and Cameroon haven't been affected by or interrupted by Europe?
You're kidding, right? Okay, so my family is from both.
Name a country that hasn't been.
I think she meant maybe Nigeria and Cameroon. Maybe that's what she's saying her family's from, because she was going in on this. Them two countries, they were really arguing over that point. So maybe her family's from Nigeria and Cameroon. There's a lot of Cameroonians in Baltimore. Maybe. But okay.
You're saying Nigeria and Cameroon haven't been affected by Europe? That's your argument?
There's many countries in Africa that did not have Europeans colonize it. And
oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. She said it.
Bro, what you on?
Did you hear what this woman just said? This woman just said there's many countries in Africa that were not colonized by the Europeans. Is she serious right now?
Oh my God, bro.
She's not serious. She's not serious. Ma'am. We're gonna let it continue. We're in the vortex now. We're gonna let it continue.
They're still down today. Look at the Congo for one thing. We don't talk enough about the Congo and what they're dealing with, especially when it comes to China and everybody that is going into their country to extract coal.
Oh, so it wasn't Europe that colonized the Congo. It was Asia. It was China. So it was China. It was China. Okay. It was China. Congo went from a name of a country to another name of a country and a whole ecosphere over there in of itself because of China. We didn't know this. Continue.
Cobalt and lithium and all these things that we want here in America to make us feel good with electric vehicles. So if we want to go down that road, we can go down that road, okay? But at the same time, not every country was invaded by Europeans that then put colonization on their culture and their people. That did not happen everywhere.
Just one, man, just one. So the other 53 were touched. But you knew that, right? Okay. Just like she said, China was touching Congo. The Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo, became that from the country of Zaire and others because of China. Because China has proven throughout its history that they are so democratic, right? Continue, ma'am. We're learning a lot from you.
But I can tell you right now in Cameroon, you have a situation where you have people running. Go ahead.
Continue.
We have tribes in Cameroon right now that are trying to run from the military, run from the government, and it's black on black in Cameroon. This is what's happening.
Okay, so she's Cameroonian. So we finally figured this out. She's Cameroonian. She got it somewhere in there. She got Nigerian somewhere. So we figured this out. Okay, continue.
Happening across Africa. I'm not saying you being a slave from a family of slavery is great. I'm not saying it for myself either. But you can't sit here and say that your life would have been better without slavery because we just don't know. We can.
That motherfucker said that 5 minutes ago. But you were the one who just said it was better off because black people were better off because of American slavery. What? Man, both of those can't exist. They literally cannot. Is she serious right now? Conservatives, is this your pinup girl? Conservatives, is this your pinup girl?
Look back onto the continent of Africa today, and we can say that there are a lot of places where people are leaving, seeking refuge to come here in America because this is the land of opportunity.
So just real quick, I have to take a break. You're familiar with Zaire, right? The country?
Yes. Yes.
Right. Do you know what that's called now?
What is it called? Come on, Kim. Come on, Kim. You can do it. Show us. You're from Baltimore. So y'all were talking about later. Y'all gonna talk about the Baltimore school system. Show us that you were above all the kids that you're about to say that do not know how to read. Show us that you know how to read. Go ahead.
What is it called now?
Yeah, Congo. So the country you're saying wasn't affected.
She didn't even fucking know that. She didn't even know that. She didn't even know that. Just like she's about to tell us she didn't know that the reason Zaire fell and became the Democratic Republic of Congo was because of the French. She's about to tell us that she did not know that. Go ahead.
Affected by Europe. It was affected by Europe because it was colonized. It's only now being called Congo again. You also, right? My point is, Congo was colonized. When you talk about Cameroon, there's a reason why they speak French. It's not because they really love the language. It's because they were colonized.
Cameroon literally has the west side of Cameroon is English. The right side, the eastern side, is French. Literally, you literally pass one town and all they do is speak French. How the hell did you not know this? But again, conservatives don't research; they don't read. Continue, man.
You're
that we're not colonized, Mark.
I gotta take a break. We'll be back. Once I come out, I'm gonna give you a chance to have the
This
side of the
broad said they weren't colonized. Lord. The broad just said they weren't colonized. Is she serious? And look at that face. Look at this face. Look at this face.
When you talk about Cameroon,
like he's being incredulous of what he's saying. What? Greek tragedy? No, this is an African tragedy. Damn, I'm gonna get in trouble for that one. Woo!
It's a round. It's a wrap for you, round.
Damn, I'm gonna get in trouble for that. Africans finna come for me.
Cameroon, there's a reason why they speak French. It's not because they really love the language. It's because they were colonized.
There are many countries that were not colonized, Mark.
It was one country, man. Ethiopia was one country because they ran them out of there. South Africa is literally German. What do you mean? Is she serious? The UK literally. You ever heard the French Algiers, ma'am? She's not serious right now. She's being punked. We're being punked right now. The French literally were just in Niger. The U.S. were in Niger. Well, we know the U.S. is not European, but you know what I mean. Niger just literally kicked the French out. You can easily just Google a map, say Africa, which countries colonized which country in Africa. They'll literally give you a list. Belgium, the Dutch, the French, the Spanish, the Brits, the Italians, the Greeks. They're literally been there. What do you mean?
I got to take a break. We'll be back. Once I come, I'm going to give you a chance to the other side of the break. I want you to be able to say what you have to say, but I have to pay some bills here. Next up, the fallout continues after the Supreme Court effectively ended affirmative action in college admissions.
Y'all got to hear
this
affirmative action nonsense she says.
Welcome back to the Grio. Back with me for the hour is conservative and former Maryland Republican congressional candidate Kim Klacik. We're talking about a range of issues. Kim, I want to move to affirmative action, but before we do, I want to give you a chance to finish your thought from the previous segment.
No, I appreciate it. So the Republic of Congo, I mean, there's a lot of issues there. Zaire is one of the countries that was moved into that republic. And unfortunately, you have African leaders in that area that has forced the people within that community into slave labor today. Even children are forced into slave labor. And like I said,
why, ma'am? Why? Why? Because Europe and Asia ran up in there and wanted the resources. So they handpicked who they knew could control the people. So they could get the resources easily because they didn't want to fight the people. That's why. Come on, Republicans, show us that all this knowledge that you have.
Said those are the ones that are extracting the cobalt and the lithium that we find in electric vehicles or laptops or cell phones.
Lord.
And so there are black leaders that have enslaved black children and others. And so you still can't say whether or not our lives would have been better had we not been brought to America. I mean, you just can't say that. Now, could have been.
She said we. Maybe she really is Cameroonian. Maybe she's from the French side. Over here talking all this we. I'm just saying.
Who is we? Who is we?
I'm just saying. You leave her Sailor Moon shaped face alone. Okay? You leave it alone. Okay? Stop it. Yeah, we can't do this. We got to show them that we're better than this, okay? It's not my fault she looked like Sailor Moon's first weapon. It's okay. It's okay. Not everybody can help. Okay? It's not my fault that every morning she gets up and she looks in the mirror, she says, you know what? Y'all was gonna make me sing the Sailor Moon song. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know, she never turned her back on her friends. She's always there to defend. Okay? She's the one Sailor Coon. Okay? You leave Sailor Coon alone. Okay? Do you know how hard it is to fight Green Barrel? And Dr. Muto? Do you know how hard that was? Jesus. She got her tuxedo mask. She's happy. Okay? She made her chibi moon. It is okay. She is winning in life. No. Y'all not gonna make me sing that song. Y'all gonna troll me for the rest of my life. I ain't doing it. Y'all leave me alone. Okay? Y'all not finna make me do it. Y'all not about to make me do it. You know what? If you want me to do it, all right, this is how we're gonna do it, because I gotta get something out of this embarrassment. If y'all really want me to do it, I need $50. I need $50 on the Cash App. I don't even want it in the super chat. I want $50 on the Cash App. The Cash App is in the banner. Y'all give me $50, I will sing that shit. I'm gonna be a whore tonight. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be a whore tonight. I get $50 on the Cash App, I will sing it. No, from all of y'all. From all of y'all. If I get collectively $50, I will sing it. I swear to God, I will. Thank you, Kevin Tree. See, he wants to keep my integrity intact. Damn right. John Guillory, thank you for being a member for 11 months. Again, it's 99 cents, helps me invest back in the platform and buy toys and clothes for the baby. And when you become a member, or you show us that you've been a member for a while, or you put something on the Cash App, even though sometimes I forget about it, or a super chat or a super sticker, you get this here. Where the hell is it? I keep moving it. You get this here. Look, you see how they starting shit? Look, Hurricane IQ starting shit. You see that? You see that? Fuck out of here. Yo, still covering trees. He said, he said if I sing that song, he's gonna be like, unsubscribe. He out of here. All right, let's continue with this. Go ahead, Sailor Coon.
Sure, but we don't know.
Yeah, my only point, I think we moved the goalpost just a bit. My point was that we have no reason to believe that it wouldn't be. And then you said that we could look to Africa as evidence that even when we don't get mixed up with these folk, we still end up with these outcomes. And my point is, every country that you've pointed to, whether it's Nigeria with the UK, whether it's Congo with Belgium, whether it's Cameroon with the French, every single country has been underdeveloped and exploited by Europe. Every single country continues to be underdeveloped and exploited by global powers. And so it's never like these African people are just in there killing themselves. It's always after interactions with Europe that you see much of this mess emerge. But let's move on, because there's another conversation I want to have right now, and that is affirmative action. As you well know, and many people out there well know, the Supreme Court basically ended race-conscious admissions programs at Harvard and UNC, University of North Carolina, saying that they violated the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. What did you make of that? How did you feel when you heard that decision?
Really quickly, I did want to add that colonization did have issues in Africa. One of them being in Nigeria. There are many people today mad at the Obama administration for bringing in a lot of the LGBTQ ideologies into their country. So I will agree with you there. There has been a lot of colonization even after slavery. When it comes to affirmative action, I would have to say that, as Black people, and I think we had this discussion, we don't need a pat on our back or a pat on our head to make.
Pat on her head. You hear her. You hear her. So she just went full African. I get it. But who's we?
Who is we? Who is we?
Before I continue, shout out to Afro Ali. He found out about Amir Odom and he ripped him apart. I did that 4 months ago. We might have to collab. I'm just saying.
Make us feel like we are worthy of something. There are many people in this country that are very talented, very educated. And when you have a situation where you're advancing people based on the color of their skin, unfortunately, they get into positions where they just can't keep up. I would say if there was affirmative action, say for Baltimore students to go off to Harvard, I would pity them, because we know that 9 out of 10 Black boys in Baltimore City cannot read at grade level. So they would get to Harvard and ultimately fail. And so I don't want to see anybody that is promoted based on their skin or their gender. I think it should be.
But that's a bit of a misrepresentation of what's happening. Are you suggesting that people at Harvard were admitted who were incapable of doing the work comparable to the example just offered? I mean, the example you gave of 9 out of 10 boys in Baltimore going to Harvard that's not at all what's happening. This isn't hypothetical. People have been going to Harvard under affirmative action programs. Are you suggesting that those people weren't qualified?
Well, the Asian Americans that brought this case forth, they showed with data that there were many African American students, many Hispanic students, and those that were elevated into these positions at Ivy League schools, unfortunately had to.
What? That's not even family. Republicans, conservatives, come here. Don't get too close. We usually do huddles over here, and when I'm with the family, we bring it in tight. Y'all stay over there because some of y'all smell like wet dog. Madam, that's not even what the lawsuit was about. The lawsuit was about them not getting in. It had nothing to do with Black people. They put Black people on it because the law was made for Black people. What are you talking about? They made it because Harvard was not letting them in. UNC was not letting them in. UC Berkeley was not letting them in. And we told them for I'm not going to curse no more because it's past 11 o'clock. We told them for 7 years. We had nothing to do with that. Affirmative action doesn't benefit Black people. It never did. It may have started like that, but at the end of the day, it benefited white women. Even y'all's news organization, including the right-wing ones, even had to admit it. No, Deneen Grant, she looked like a scary-ass white woman. She'd make Caitlin Clark look professionally beautiful. We're not going to do that. But anyway, back to what I was saying. White women benefited from affirmative action. And we told them, how long were we here, family, telling them that? When they were prosecuting and going to court over this, I'm like, listen, y'all gonna feel like shit when that thing drops. I cursed, I'm sorry. Y'all gonna feel like crap when that thing drops because we just gonna sit there and go live our lives. Y'all gonna have to sit there and rectify with that. She's gonna say something later that I want y'all to hear. This is how dumb she is. What happened June 29th of last year? They got rid of it, right? Who was the first people outside crying about it? The AAPI. Who did the LA Times do articles on? The AAPI, where they exposed their use of consultants. So even when you had affirmative action on the books and you were paying thousands of dollars for consultants, you still weren't getting in. Now the law is gone. You even remember we read the article. They didn't know what to do. They had more uncertainty than they had when the law was in effect. Remember the one chick who got into University of Pennsylvania? She didn't get in because of her grades. She got in because her mama had breast cancer. I've been on TikTok. Guess what? TikTok, they up there still putting up they got rejected. So it ain't us. We remember the other day when I showed the stats of the admission coming in, them numbers barely changed. They look the same. Asians are not getting into Harvard like that. The law's gone. Everybody has a fair shot now. Now they're still not getting in. So whose fault was that? But I want y'all to listen to what she's about to say because y'all gonna love this.
Drop out or fail because they just couldn't cut it at that level. That's actually part of their case that they brought to the Supreme Court.
People go to Harvard, Yale, Princeton, all these places. Not everyone graduates. Not everyone does well. For there to be an A student or a B student, there's going to be a C or a D student. The idea that these people were somehow unqualified or less than qualified because of their race is not empirically substantiated. And if you look at the Supreme Court's decision, their arguments weren't based on the data. They weren't based on a lack of performance or that the Black people weren't qualified. That's not true. They made a more fundamental argument about the a more fundamental moral claim and legal claim about what it means to allow race to be the deciding factor or a significant deciding factor as to whether someone can get in or not. So even if every Black person got straight A's and was valedictorian at Harvard, they would have made the same determination no matter where they came from. So just to be clear about that. But race, to be clear, is not a factor. Or excuse me, race is not the only decider as whether you get into these schools or not. The idea here is that race should be a factor given a long legacy of denied access. Tell me why you don't like that.
Damn.
Well, I would say that we probably agree on abolishing like the.
Damn, y'all are some assholes. I just got $15 on Cash App. Y'all are some assholes. Hold up. Go ahead. Keep talking, Sailor Coon. Go ahead.
Legacy applicants, right? Those that have been in rich, white, wealthy families, sons of sons that get to go to the school because they have the same last name, right? The legacy applicants.
Sure.
I would say that you could abolish that and the affirmative action at the same time. I think you kind of just proved my point there. You're saying that skin color is not significant when considering some of these applicants that are Black. So perfect. They don't need affirmative action.
No, I said it's not the only significant factor.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, because our skin color really got us into them schools. Some of the top schools in the country that really got us in, our skin color. You dumb man. Oh, Lord. Lady. Damn, affirmative action was on the books, and black people still weren't getting into these elite schools. So what the hell? So that should just tell you right there, had nothing to do with skin color, right? That we had the grades. No, Kelvin Black, go away. It's in the banner. There, it's there. Okay, whatever. Fam, she can't be this dumb. But then again, she's on the conservative side, so they don't research and read, so they are dumb. Ma'am, we weren't getting into school. Regular schools weren't accepting us with affirmative action. I like how y'all thought this was supposed to be a battering ram to help black people, and it didn't help us. Oh my God. But continue, ma'am. You're gonna regale us with your intelligence.
That when I'm admitting a student to Harvard, I am conscious of race to the extent that I want to have a representation of black people at the school. But these kids also have high SAT scores. These kids also have high GPAs. These kids also have strong applications.
Okay, well, it sounds like the Democrat Party would have to come together and talk to all those people in charge of admissions at these Ivy League schools.
Okay, great, man, because it's only Democrats and their offsprings and their legacies that are going to Harvard, right? There's never been a Republican that went to Harvard, right? Never, right? Boston, Cambridge. Yeah, because those are bastions of liberalism, right? Boston is liberal. Boy, Boston is liberal. You think that? Okay, you really think that? You really think that?
This is a situation, honestly, Mark, that doesn't even involve Republicans. I mean, the Ivy League school administrators are liberal Democrats. They're the ones that are not taking and accepting black students to your standards. So this is a conversation you guys would have to have amongst each other.
Well, I'm not a Democrat.
Ooh, we not gonna play that game. Hey, ma'am, you want me to hold up? Let's bring it back. That's slightly not true. Your man Vivek. You know what? I'm not even going to use him. I get it. You were still on that Claudine Gay kick. I get it. I didn't get no. So what? Fuck out of here. No, you did not send $50. This nigga did. Y'all out of line. Okay. All right. Okay. See, family. It's fine. Whatever. Y'all out of line. Okay. All right. We're gonna say the English version. This is gonna be so bad. Okay. Here we go. All right, Kim. You know what? We're gonna put her face on the screen. We finna put her face on the screen. We gotta say it right. This is so wrong. Oh. Fighting evil by moonlight. Winning. What a winning coon by daylight. Always running from a real fight. She's the one named Sailor Coon. She will always turn her back on a friend. She is always there to append. She's the one on whom we depend. She's the one named Sailor. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh my God. Sailor Candace. Sailor Candace. Sailor Diamond. Sailor Tatum. Sailor Forehead. Secret powers also new to her. She's the one named Sailor Coon. And then that's when they start playing that I guess whatever that violin solo. And that's when she started fighting Queen Barrel, Sailor Coon and all that. If you watch the English version on Channel 11 or WPIX, whatever the hell y'all called it back in the day, I don't know what y'all had. That was what we had in New York. Always cooning by moonlight. Butter biscuits by daylight. I know I've changed them. With her sailor sambos to help fight. She's the one named Sailor Coon. She's the one named Sailor Coon. She is the one. Sailor Coon. What the fuck? Y'all go to no, we're not making him no Cosmo Fury. We are not making Tatum Tots Darian. We are not doing that. No. You know who he is? He that little cornball asshole with the glasses with the swirls in it. That's who he is. Nigga always getting beat up. Yes, it was strange. The hell with all of you, but thank you for the 50. And not now one of y'all better ask for a refund. Y'all go, you know what? If I ever fall out with y'all finna play that all day. Y'all are some assholes. But I did admit it. Twitter's probably laughing. The 28 people on Twitter probably laughing at me right now. It's okay. You know what? What the hell? I gotta give myself this. I'm sorry.
Pause.
Pause.
He paused. I said pause, nigga.
That was hella pause. Bruh, listen, let me tell you something. Kelvin Black, I did not think y'all were gonna give. I didn't think you was gonna get. I was gonna make the 50. That's why I didn't even think no lyrics. The fuck? Encore, fuck off. I'm not encoring that. No. I want $100. I want $100. No, I mean I want another $100 for me to sing it again. Now, okay, we'll do this. If you give me $100 again, I will. If you give me another 100, I'll sing it. If you give me 200, I will put the beat on. Now leave me alone. We go back to this, asshole.
But the
I love
idea
y'all.
that it's not a Republican issue is interesting because you got to keep in mind it's not Democrats that are out here pushing to end these admissions. It's Republicans, and it's all Republicans.
Well, no, that's not true. The Asian Americans and the Asians that took this force to the Supreme Court, one of the women that actually was there in the courtroom was a Democrat representative on Capitol Hill, and she's
Oops, ma'am. And the person who was spearheading this, Kenny Zhu, is a Republican running in North Carolina. But of course, you are not going to admit that. We're going to say that again for those who don't know. Kenny Zhu, who was sitting with Ed Blum and them, trying to run this out off as a law, he's running as a Republican in North Carolina for a seat in Congress. Big Congress. We're not talking about state Congress. We're talking about big Congress. So tell us again how it's liberals doing this.
Asian, and I believe it was her and Jamil Hill took her post and was poking jabs at her. But no, these are Democrats that brought this forward.
No, it's not Democrats. Oh, Lord. She don't even know. Family, she don't even know. She don't even know. She doesn't even know. Ma'am, we went down. Ma'am, come here. We know the Botox is messing with your eyesight. Ma'am, look. He's a conservative. That means he's on the right. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Kenny Zhu is a Republican. I get it. You think I'm lying. Okay. You think I'm lying. Conservative activist. But it was Democrats that did that, right? It was Democrats. It was Democrats that did that. It was Democrats that brought it forward. Democrats.
In the case for it, but the argument against affirmative action has been a right-wing talking point for decades. You don't deny that, right?
No, I say that this has been a talking point really for Asian Americans and other immigrants for the most part.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. So you just didn't answer this man's question and you went and deflected to Asians and immigrants. Man, it was the right wing that wanted to get rid of it. They've been trying to do that since the law was enacted. Dare I say, you can go look this up. Some of them even called that a form of welfare. Y'all really sat up there and took yourselves into a position saying that affirmative action was letting them mediocre students into Harvard of all colleges. Harvard. When we showed the numbers, black people aren't even 15%. And I guarantee if you look at their grades, most of them do not have subpar grades that Harvard would not admit in. I promise you. You can't apply to Harvard with a C average. You can't apply to Harvard with a B average. You can't apply to Harvard with an A average without some kind of caveats behind it. And even if you do have the caveats, they'll still deny you or at least put you on the wait list if you're lucky. Harvard was not a flex for black people. We're going to tell you this again. It's not a flex for us. You know who the flex was for? Asians. They admitted it. Their parents wanted them to go to Ivy League so they can brag to their friends. But you're a Republican, so you should have known this. But again,
Okay, you're saying that the Republican Party has not, in prominent Republican voices, have not consistently decried affirmative action and disagreed with affirmative action and taken public positions against affirmative action. That's what you're saying.
You have a name of one?
We could name a million of them. We could go to every U.S. president, Republican U.S. president, for the last 30 years that said that they disagree with affirmative action. In fact, no, it is true. We could also name prominent, but again, we talk about prominent voices. Dinesh D'Souza, George Will.
I'll give you George Bush the second, ma'am. Because Condoleezza Rice has run outside and they try to say she was an affirmative action hire. What did he say? She's one of the smartest black women I've ever seen. So are you about to tell us that Condoleezza Rice, after all her accolades, she was an affirmative action recipient? Are you about to say that to us? Or you're going to tell us that right-wing talking point that she busted her ass? Colin Powell, was he affirmative action? Ben Carson, was he affirmative action? Herman Cain, Clarence Thomas, were they affirmative action? Thurgood Marshall, we can go down the list. How many of them you're going to tell us that they were affirmative action? They wouldn't have gotten their accolades without affirmative. Ooh, let me hit you with this one, family. Let me hit you with this one. Y'all know where I'm finna go with this. Kim Klacik, are you about to admit to us that Thomas Sowell was an affirmative action recipient? Are you about to tell us that? Please tell us. Here's the problem with Sherlock McCord. They will never admit that. They won't say it out loud. They won't say it out loud. This is why I call the conservatives a bunch of cowards. They would never say it out loud. Because if one of us said, hey, Clarence Thomas was an affirmative action hire, bam, they all coming for us. That man did all this. He accomplished all this. He sat in front of Biden and he got to be Supreme Court justice. What does that have to do with the fact that he got in because of affirmative action? What does that got to do with it? What's that got to do with it? She ain't get hired for nothing unless you count stripping on that pole. Damn, I'm getting in trouble. She was an affirmative action hire for that damn calendar.
Hey!
She was an affirmative action hire when she had to go do the bar that one night a week at the strip club her husband owned.
Hey!
She was an affirmative action hire for his bedroom. Shoo.
Hey!
Damn. I'm going to get in trouble. I might feel it.
You want some more?
We might have more. She was affirmative action when they told her to put on them red pumps and that red dress and walk through walk down Hagertown Road and be more.
You want some more?
We might have more. She was an affirmative action hire to get defeated by Kwesi Mfume. How do you lose to Kwesi Mfume?
You want some more?
We might have more. You were an affirmative action hire from the white people that are paying you to go sit in front of Marc Lamont Hill and get owned.
You want some more?
We might have more. You were an affirmative action hire, so much so that you let Candace Owens put you into a lawsuit situation that you lost. How do you lose to Candace Owens in a lawsuit situation? She's not that bright, just like you. Y'all should have washed each other.
You want some more?
We might have more. You're an affirmative action hire, so you're clearly not smart because you let Candace Owens gaslight you on Twitter, and all you can do is, Candace, maybe you should call me so we can sit down and chop it up like two grown women. I didn't know that's how Be More handles situations.
You want some more?
We might have more. Y'all called her the fake Olivia Pope. Well, I know why scandal, so I don't know if Olivia Pope was an affirmative action hire, but if she's trying to be an affirmative action hire, I mean, she got the white man, she got scandals. I don't know how her daddy be acting. I ain't sure, but damn, affirmative action hire, Olivia Pope. Okay, we might fuck with it.
You want some more?
We might have more. You're affirmative action hire, but you're over here with basic history. You're missing it. That's impressive. That you did not understand that Zaire and other countries became the Democratic Republic of Congo and they were never colonized by the French, even though they had them in them school books in Baltimore.
You want some more?
We might have more. I feel like I'm starting to slow down, but I might have one more in you. How are you an affirmative action hire, right? For a calendar, a speech at the RNC that nobody remembers. You tried to be a congresswoman, you failed. You got gaslit by Candace Owens. I don't know how you accomplished that. And you've been around for 4 years. And your biggest accomplishment, I want y'all to hear this. Your biggest accomplishment is that calendar. I said it, and I say it again. Your biggest accomplishment since you came on the scene in 4 years. 1, 2, 3, 4. Was that damn calendar. Where you were the token, aka the affirmative action hire. Because God forbid they would have had number white women in there. Motherfuckers would have went off.
You want some more? Do you? All right, bim, bam, boom. Somebody get this nigga out of my way.
Damn shame. But continue.
Just to name two off the top of my head, who have very consistently and loudly said affirmative action, something they don't agree with. We have Jason Page. We have, I can keep going down the list of prominent Republicans. We can name all the Republican talking heads on major network television, from the Tucker Carlsons to the Bill O'Reillys to the Sean Hannitys. We could go down the list. Glenn Beck. Which one of those is not true that I just said?
Here's what I'll say. A lot of Republicans, Mark, don't.
No, you made a very specific point. You asked me to name one. I named 10. Are any of the 10 that I named incorrect? I'm just asking.
No,
which one?
That is not true.
Oh, okay.
No, you can't even prove to me at any rate that these people said that. But here's what I'll say: a lot of Republicans do not touch this issue because they don't want to label.
Ma'am? What do you mean? So he's just going to randomly just pick people's names out? He's just randomly going to pick people's names out. Okay, randomly. That's impressive. That's impressive. He's just going to name people that just. He's just going to name names. Okay. Okay. You might be right. He's just naming people. He's just naming people that didn't say a word. Because Clarence Page didn't go out there and write a whole dissertation about how the Supreme Court left options for affirmative action, but he didn't say that. None of them presidents never said that, right? They never said it. Okay.
As a racist. So you've had a situation where, yes, if you think that they've talked about this in the past, who brought it forth? It was Asian Americans, and they are Democrats. That's who brought.
Oh, Lord. Now they're Democrats. How do you know that, ma'am? You see that? Hey, AAPI, maybe y'all need to come outside and karate chop her in the throat for saying that. Because, Kim, let's help you here. Asians usually don't vote. So how are they Democrats if they don't vote? Oh, let me guess. Because you saw them come outside in 2020 in Georgia and they voted for Biden. That means they're automatically Democrats. Maybe they just didn't like Trump. But if you look historically, Asians do not vote. They're among the lowest electorate in the country consistently. Consistently. 2020 was an anomaly because allegedly they were victims of hate crimes. They were the number one, allegedly. So they had to go outside. Oh, speaking of which, you did this interview in 2023, correct? Okay. What happened in 2022, man? We'll test your history. I know you can't talk back to me, but we're gonna test your history. What happened in 2022 with them Asian voters? What happened? By the way, 100 people in the room hit the like. What happened? No, you're right, Deneen. That they did get the crime protection, but that's not what I'm talking about. What happened? It was months after that. Months. Well, we know she's an affirmative action hire, so she don't read. She got in because of her looks. Anyway, ma'am, them Asians turned on the Democrats. Specifically, y'all Stacey Abrams, who's now back outside talking again because it's an election season, so she has to talk. They turned on her because allegedly, they said that they gave Biden Georgia and the presidency. Remember, they were running around for months saying that. Okay, cool. Stacey said, if you get Biden in, I'm going to have your back. Come 2022, you get me in, I'm going to have your back. What did she do on that campaign trail? How many times did she talk to them Asians? We're not just talking about the Far East ones. We're talking about the South ones too. How many times did she talk to them? We'll tell you. They figured out they used her, she used them as political clout to get Biden in and thought she was going to grift and coast on that. She lied to him. 2 years after Biden got in, they exposed her and said we ain't seen her since. So you know what? Since she's not going to come talk to us, guess what? We not going to come outside for her when she needed. And what happened? She got destroyed in that Georgia election. She lost badly. And guess what? You go look up them Asian numbers. They barely showed up. So how are they Democrats, ma'am? You said it yourself. And we said it here. Kenny Zhu was the biggest buck dancer for that bill. He's a conservative and a Republican. If they had their druthers, they would become Republicans. Most of them are. They just won't tell you that. By the way, y'all's January 6th. They had a whole bunch of Asians out there with MAGA hats on. It was a lot of them. I was there. I have the video proof. It's on my channel. They were out there. Had a nice little section set up. Asians for Trump. How much you want to bet in November they're going to vote for Trump in large numbers? How much you want to bet?
It forth. You can talk the talk all day long, but the people that walk the walk are within the Democrat Party, and they are, in fact, minorities.
Okay, I want everybody out there to just to do some Googling. You can Google the Michigan case, which is long before the Harvard case. You can Google all the names I just said, and you can very clearly say that all of them have spoken out against affirmative action. They've written columns on it. Some have written books on it. They've argued data on it. We just, Candace Owens has done full 2-hour specials on it. I mean, we could go down the list of lots of people, prominent, not so prominent, public, not more academic. We could go from journalism to the academy to political circles. It's just a fact, but we don't have to agree. Everybody, stay right here
because I would love to know how many Democrats came outside and said we don't want affirmative action no more. How many liberals said that? But all right.
Thanks for staying with us tonight on the Grio. I am your host, Marc Lamont Hill. Back with me for the hour is former Maryland Republican congressional candidate Kim Klacik. We're talking Black people and the Republican.
Yeah, I got the video on my channel.
According to the Pew Research Center, 1 in 10 Black adults identify with or lean toward the Republican Party. In a 2022 survey, 4% of Black registered voters said they would vote for the Republican candidate for the U.S. House seat in their district, while 69% said they would back.
We're going to skip that part because there wasn't really anything there. I want you to listen to this.
Or fighting to build a system that actually meets our needs. We're still fighting to heal from what's happened during slavery. So when we hear that, it's not just an emotional response, it's also a political one, it's an intellectual one. But I guess my question is still, approach. Only 4% of Black folk are down with y'all, and lots of people probably have more ideological agreement with y'all, and you can't just chalk it all up to Black folk are emotional, we're not smart enough voters. I know you didn't say that, but that's often the subtext. You know, is there anything y'all could be doing different? Is there anything y'all are doing wrong to make Black people not take this approach?
Well, I definitely pointed out, even in my RNC speech at the convention in
Oh,
2020,
Lord, here we go
the
with
Republican Party
RNC.
has done absolutely nothing to cultivate the Black vote. They didn't even go into Black communities. So when I ran my race, and I mean, that was, like I said, 2020, I went to neighborhoods that didn't even know what a Republican was. They never even met a Republican. And so, yes, I believe Republicans can do a lot better engaged in the Black community.
Ma'am, you started your race there and then you ran to the RNC because you wanted to be a celebrity. What are you talking about? Newsflash, ma'am. Y'all Kwesi and Fu, man, I hate that scumbag. But he was sitting there talking to the people the whole election cycle. You showed up when? In like February? You had the whole world captivated. 5 months later, you're at the RNC. And you basically just forgot the people. You didn't talk to no conservatives that are there. You didn't talk to no conservative personalities. Where were you? All them channels, because everybody was sitting in the house. You didn't go to ABL. You didn't go to Tatum Tots. You didn't go to Forehead. You didn't go to well, you weren't beefing with Candace then. You didn't go to her. You didn't go to the Siamese Coons. You didn't go to Wemnium. Damn it. That one jack off. What's his name? Damn it, I can't think of his name right now. I can't believe I just forgot that man's name. Larry Elder. There you go. You didn't go to Larry Elder. You probably saw him at the RNC, but he had a whole epic. He was on Epic Times still. You had a whole thing that he could have did the interview. You did none of this. That was like 5 million people right there. You could have talked to Baltimore, but you didn't do that because you wanted to be a celebrity. You thought you were going to coast in because Trump said your name and you got destroyed. Now you're trying to run for a redistrict seat. Now you're trying for that, and you're going to get destroyed again. All right, you're going to learn. I guess MAGA and conservatives are 2-time losers. I guess. All right.
They have to go where, you know what, it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. You're going to have to grind it out. People are going to heckle you. There's things that are going to come at you. But, you know, the Republican Party for so long, I think that they're just used to being able to kind of like slide through. But that's not the case nowadays. I mean, we saw what happened in Georgia, right? I take, for example, the Senate race, even in 2021, before we got to Herschel Walker, right? The Senate race, I mean, I was down there for the Save America bus tour, Mark, and I can tell you, I thought they put me, Congressman Byron Donalds, and others, all black, Senator Tim Scott. I thought we were all on this bus because we were going into black communities to talk to black people about Republican policies, and we didn't once visit any black neighborhoods. And that was.
What did I just say? What did I just say? What did I just say? You did all of that. You lost in 2020 and you showed up on Herschel Walker's bus in Georgia. You didn't say, okay, you know what? I lost this race in 2020. Let me reassess and really start working in Baltimore so they could see my face. Let me go to the soup kitchen. Let me go to the businesses. There's a brand new business open that's black. Let me go there. Let me go to these city council meetings. Let me put my voice out there. Let me advocate for black people. Your first thing when you had the first shot to get your name out there, you ran to Herschel Walker's bus. Now you're saying he didn't go to no black neighborhoods and you didn't say nothing? Okay, so let's just say you was on that bus. He didn't go to no black neighborhoods. Why didn't you go home after that? I bet you stayed an extra day or two in Atlanta. I bet you did. Ma'am, you could have rented a car in Mon Park. You could have went to Gresham. Well, you might have, they might have fucked with you on Gresham. I'm just saying. Decatur got black places. East Point, Hateville. That's right by the airport. So if they fuck with you, you could run across the street, you'd be in the airport. Morrow, Macon. You could have went anywhere there if you were going to stump for Herschel Walker. You had black neighborhoods all over there. You didn't do that. Why were you down here then? Because Herschel Walker's name was hot then and you wanted to grift off of it. That's what the truth was.
The Republican Party that made that decision. So yes, there are things that we can do differently, but I also would love for my people to just be a little more open-minded and have the conversation, have the dialogue.
She did it again.
To get into a fight where, you know, with anybody. I want to have that conversation, keep that door open.
She did it again.
Klacik is with us.
She did it again. She might really be from Cameroon because there's a lot of French.
Who is we? Who is we?
She's having the conversation, she's having the dialogue, and we got more questions, more dialogue for her. So we're going to take that up on the other side of the break. The divisiveness of tearing each other down, that they're actually looking for something better.
It doesn't mean that we're going to agree on every part of a very difficult and challenging issue, but at least you can have the conversation at a better level.
The initiative will promote solutions to polarization and feature governors showing what disagreeing better looks like through public debates and service projects. Anyway, back with me is conservative.
Juveniles involved in criminal activity now today than ever. That would happen even if it was on the other
18th, 2020. You released a video why Black lives don't matter to Democrats. You got about 4.5 million views in the first day. I think the whole video is in the double-digit millions right now, more than any video I've ever made in my whole life. If you add all my videos together, I ain't got that many views. What does that kind of message contribute to it? You say people are doing things for ratings and attention, but doesn't that kind of video play into the very thing you're critiquing?
No, that was pure honesty. I mean, what's happened in cities like Baltimore is just a travesty. And we've been ruled by the Democrat Party for over 60 years, and that one party mob rule unfortunately fuels corruption. And I will say, Mark, that would happen even if it was on the other side, right? If it was 60 years of Republicans, you would have the same thing. It would be complete corruption. So now we're in a situation where we've got millions of dollars being funneled in from the federal level. No one seems to know where any of that money has gone. Like I said, the homicide rate is up. We've got 23 schools where 0 kids are proficient in math and reading. We've got more juveniles involved in criminal activity now today than ever before. And I do believe you need to break up that one-party system. So what I outlined in that video was just the truth. It was just
you really think that Black lives don't matter to Democrats? Like, do you really? And sincerely, I get the critique of the Democratic Party. You and I, we never gonna disagree on that. But do you really think that Black lives don't matter to Democrats?
Yes, I do think that. I think that's also why you had a Black Democrat official leave the Republican or Democrat Party in Georgia recently. She's now in the Republican Party because she found out that a lot of it was just a money grab on the Democrat side of things, right? They didn't care if Blacks were educated. They didn't care if we were caught up in the violence.
Blacks. Yeah, that's the one truthful thing she said all day. Okay, ma'am. So since you obviously know what the problem is in your city, why don't you run for mayor? Why don't you get on the city council? It shouldn't be that hard. You should be able to trounce a Democrat in a debate or two if you know what the problems are and what the solution needs to be. You're trying to run for Congress. Come on now. You seem very passionate about your city. Go fix your city. Get on the city council or go for mayor if you're going to go big. I think that would be a simple, that would be I think that would be a better service of your powers and your voice to argue for your city instead of going down 45 minutes to DC. But I get it. You want that congressional salary plus the perks of getting your own lobbyist and getting that extra money in your pocket. I get it, because your husband ain't got his business no more and y'all got a lot of bills to pay because he got a lot of child support he got to pay. I get it. I get it.
We are being terrorized in our own communities. That is a Democrat Party that just doesn't care.
And would you, if someone were to make a video that said Black lives don't matter to Republicans, would you agree with that video? That premise, at least?
Black lives don't. You know what? I guess I would say so, considering what I felt when I was taking on the campaign trail in 2020. Republicans, like I said, they didn't visit Black communities.
Is it me, or is her right eyebrow looking like Vegeta's and the left one looking regular? Is it me? It might be me. I just noticed that. Why did it look like that? What is going on? That's crazy. Who did your eyebrows, madam? I swear to God. She looked like she about to do the people's eyebrow. Damn.
They told me not to run, not to exhaust donors by running in a predominantly Black community. So yes, I would say that it could be said on the other side, just in a different way, in a different manner. I could definitely see that.
So do you see the challenge then, right? If we're really arguing that the political parties don't care about Black lives, which again, I think most Black people would agree with that, but you only make a video about the Democrats, it could look like a little bit of a strategic hustle there as opposed to a principled criticism. You mentioned earlier that you were speaker at the Republican National. That is a huge honor. And you did a good job, I don't doubt, right? But a cynical read of this might be, well, she was running for Congress, but you lost by a large amount.
Damn. Okay, Mark, I see you. Now you're going to start the trolling. I see you. Go ahead.
20-some% of the vote. If I'm wrong, correct me. You have been part of a committee, but you've never had a significant public office. You don't have a long political career. You're a part-time radio host. You don't have a college degree. That maybe
Jesus.
If you were a Democrat, you'd be nowhere near the Democratic National Committee.
Jesus. What? Yes, family. For those who don't know, she does not have a college degree. What as Torian and I have told you in the past, all of these people in the conservative movement are dropouts. Every single one. Dropout. I can't even tell you one in the conservative movement. Family, do you hold on? Family, understand? I had to pull up the glasses for this. The conservative movement got number dropouts, correct? Their man Trump at least has a degree. So your man that leads y'all's party and y'all's movement has the degree, but none of y'all got the degree. Where's the balance? At least the Democrats, like Marc said, at least their top officials have degrees. The ones underneath them got degrees. The people talking for them got degrees. They out there working. They got 9 to 5s. I mean, their degrees are bullshit now because you can't do nothing with them, but at least they got them on the wall. What y'all got? Y'all got your high school diplomas and GEDs. And we'll just say it. Some of y'all got y'all certificates that you got let out of prison. I said it. Deneen, they never had a standard. That's the point. All you had to do is talk about black people. That's the only thing. That's the only requirement. Talk shit about black people. You get in.
And that your profile is one of a Republican, a black Republican, who goes over there because the line is shorter. You can get all the way to the RNC.
Oh my God. He said you ain't gotta work. See what I said? You ain't gotta work hard to be a black Republican. You don't have to work hard. Just talk shit about black people and mention Thomas Sowell. Look at her. Look at that face. Bruh, she looked like she finna cry.
Convention as a Republican, whereas that couldn't happen on the other side of the
Damn. Yo, the Grio is out of line. Jesus Christ. Look at that makeup, family. God damn. Who is doing your makeup, ma'am? It can't be you. That is a bruh.
That's the read that a lot of people have of you. How would you respond to that?
Well, that's just false. That's absolutely ridiculous. Yes, we got 29% of the vote in a D+34 district. We got the largest gain in the entire country. We flipped 14,000.
Ma'am, you still lost. You could flip them seats all you want. You lost. That means nothing. Trump got the most votes out of a Republican candidate in history. He still lost. The voting doesn't matter if you do not have the policy, the agenda, or the tangibles ready to give to the people that they can see and hold you to that and know that you're telling the truth. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You can flip all the seats in Baltimore you want. The end result is when them numbers and them tallies come back, are you on top? And you were not on top. You were still in the basement. You let Kwesi and Fume, you should have destroyed that man. You could have just destroyed that man on the crime bill and how he's a Democrat shill. And he's done nothing for that city. You just need those 3 talking points and hammer that shit, hammer that shit, hammer that shit. No, you wanted to become a celebrity. And you neglected those people, and you think again, you try to say that you're low-key trying to say Baltimore is stupid because you keep bringing up the fact that them kids can't read and that they keep voting Democrat. You're low-key trying to call them stupid. But they were very aware because guess what? They were sitting home. They had nothing else to do but watch TV and the internet. They were like, okay, she's talking the right shit. And then a few months later, they see you at the RNC yucking it up. And they're like, what about us? Okay, cool. Kwesi outside. We know we don't like him, but he outside. Okay, we're going to listen to what he said. And he got his message across. And then when you came back and tried to talk to him, they're like, okay, that's great. You want to hear it? Okay, maybe. But all right.
Democrats in the city of Baltimore alone. The New York Times did an article on it if your audience wants to take a look at it. And no, I don't have a college degree, but guess what, Marc? 64% of Americans don't have a college degree. So
Okay. Yeah, that's called either a high school diploma or a trade certificate. Or they just don't have shit. Who cares? Whoop de dee. 36% of Americans have a college degree. Whoop de fucking dee. So what? That doesn't equate to how you vote. I know y'all love to break down the numbers when they're like, oh, look, this amount of people voted. They make over $100,000 and they're in 2 family houses, or they make $80,000 and they're single. Who gives a fuck? And who are y'all stumping for right now? The tradespeople. Oops. Oops.
So I speak the language of the general population. And when it comes to Baltimore
No, you
City,
don't.
which I ran for office, you know how many people don't have a college degree? 89%. And so again, I'm relatable to that district. Now I ran a nonprofit for 8 years in Baltimore City, workforce development. We went on to get 200 women gainfully employed, and 30% went on to be financially independent. And so that's what I did for 8 years. And so people can take.
Okay, that's great. And you didn't sell them that. You didn't sell them that. You sold them Trump in their district. That's what you did. I can't hear no more. We done. We're finished. I'm sure you're gonna give them your calendar, your piece of the calendar to go sell when you have to go run in Maryland's 2nd congressional district. I'm sure you're gonna do that because that's what they really want to hear. But I want to hear from y'all before I go to sleep. I'll leave it open for about 20 minutes. If you want to say something, say something. This chick is just retarded. I ain't never seen nothing like this. She don't know basic history. She don't know what's going on out here. It's bad. It's really bad. Conservatives, is this your, again, I'm going to ask, is this your pinup girl? Unbelievable. All right. Damn. Baltimore. All right. Okay, I guess nobody's coming up. Y'all must have fell asleep. All right. Y'all got y'all fun. Y'all got to learn tonight. All right. Save that. All right. We're good. Yeah, well, they could quote her all she wants. They're gonna be wrong when they come with us to when they try to come with us with this information. They're gonna be hella wrong because we're gonna hit them with the receipts. And they were like, "Oh, you're hating." Okay, fine. We're hating on her. Okay, fine. But anyway, all right. I guess nobody's coming up, so we're gonna get up out of here. I just wanted to bring that to your family. God, this chick is just, again, how you let Candace Owens flame you and put you in a litigious situation? How? But all right. Okay, family. You leave the Vegeta eyebrows alone. Leave her alone. She's gonna get added. We already found the clip that we're gonna use. She's gonna be added. Next time you see the MAGA clip, she will be in there. Don't worry. But for those who haven't seen the MAGA clip yet,
no medicine, there'd be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there'd be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there'd be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there'd be no
Tammy Dorsey. Okay, look, if she's look, it can't be that hard to get a city council seat in Baltimore. It can't be. It can't be. If she's that passionate, why don't she just? It can't be. But I guess
life has definitely been lifing. I'm going to keep you guys updated with.
I guess. Anyway, family, I'm tired, so we're gonna sign off. Hopefully, you learned something. If you did, I done my job. If not, I'll try to be better next time. And I ain't singing again. Y'all go to hell. I ain't finna do that again. Y'all gonna play the hell out of that. I ain't even gonna clip it. Y'all go to hell. I love y'all, but y'all can go to hell. I'm never doing that again.
Dude, that's some.
You're done. You're done.
Oh, somebody showed up. Nigga, wait a minute, sir. You know what? I don't even care. I sung today. I don't care. Don P, go ahead. This nigga got his whole shirt off. Go ahead.
I need to kill this YouTube feed because it was feeding back. But yeah, no. The reason I have the shirt off and I don't usually appear like this is because I'm dealing with a medical condition.
Oh, okay. All right.
That
go
when
ahead.
the cloth touches it, yeah, it hurts. But no, man, wow. She wondered why she lost.
No, you gotta say it right. She lost. Gotta say it right.
You're doing a good job cooking it though. You're doing a good job cooking it.
She's light work. This is light. This is not the first time I've cooked her though.
Oh, is that right?
No, I cooked her a couple years ago. I cooked her. I just didn't name her by name. Well, I named her by name, but it was in something else.
Right.
I've been cooking her. Like when she came on the scene, I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Man,
I was like, "Y'all really about to fall for this?" A black chick in a red dress and red pumps walking through Baltimore. We're really about to fall for this.
I never really even heard of her.
Well, like I said, that's how she got on the scene. She got there, it went super viral, and then she started getting talked about everywhere. I was like, then somebody found out she was a stripper, and I was like, oh, here we go.
Oh, damn.
Here we go. And she was the 6th baby mama. She got that white man's last baby. Wow. And it was the white man who owned the strip club she worked at.
So he broke.
Oh no, he lost the business a couple of years ago. He had to shut it down.
Yeah, he ain't got no money. He broke.
Yeah. So she the breadwinner. All right.
You need to play that little the loser tune.
The loser tune?
Yeah. When you get the booty prize.
I don't know which one that is. Which one is that?
I
got a lot of them.
That's what she gets. She gets.
Oh, that one? Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Is this the one?
I didn't hear it.
Oh, the Price is Right one where it says the world is correct. Oh yeah. I just played it for him. What's this you say? McNeasy, hello, you seem new but welcome. She was on Tommy Sotomayor show. They fell out. Oh Lord. All right. Well, you know what? It doesn't surprise me because he said Candace Owens was supposed to come on his show and then she never showed up and he went off on her. So it doesn't surprise me.
She's on a whole other grip. She is.
Oh, she's on that Christian grift right now.
Yes, exactly.
I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her. I can't believe they don't see this grift.
I'm just trying to get settled before I launch. And working with my nephew because we got a whole setup that's just beautiful, man. In terms of
wait, is that a roadcaster in your background?
A roadcaster?
What's that light thing back there?
Which one? The one that's blinking?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's just that's our station identifier.
Oh, okay.
So it just says L7 it says 7 at 7 L7 Media Group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's one of the main shows I'm gonna be launching, but we got some other shows. But yeah, this is gonna be an interesting year. This year has been so interesting so
we're already
far.
through the first third.
Oh
We're already through the first third, and look how many people have fell off.
man.
Now, again,
It's
family, this was from
crazy.
last year. This interview was from last year, but still, she trying to get back on the scene now. Boy, she gonna get destroyed. She might not even get past the primary.
Where she's at and the message she's promoting, that's not gonna happen for her. It's just
Didn't happen for the first time. But here's the thing: she was in an easy district. A lot of people don't know that. When she was running for the fourth, that was a very easy district to win. Now she's in second because they redistricted. It's bigger. She's done.
So she's gonna be like Caitlin Clark.
She's not even gonna make the primary.
Wow.
She's gonna be. I promise you, she's gonna be third.
That's why I called her Kim Clark. You're gonna be a two-time loser.
And they're gonna get rid of her.
Yeah. Oh man. The dump trucks are pulling in.
We talking moving
man,
trucks.
November 5th.
Oh, you know who's going? No, public storage trucks fixing to get some extra space storage, finna get some of this work.
Department of Public Works.
Boy, people water about to get shut off.
Hey, speaking of that, this country is a shithole. I live out here on the West Coast, in the Bay Area. This shit looks like Brazil and places on the continent where people are just building up their shanty homes. Even though, the greater percentage is our people, I'm seeing way more white folks. And then you can go down like RV Road. That's wherever, that's wherever. RV Road is just wherever. Usually where it's commercial, RV Road. This country is done, man. This country is done. These politicians. Oh, all of them are on the grift. That's why I said, in the chat that you can go from a bartender to a millionaire.
Wait a minute.
Shout out.
Wait a minute. Hold on, family. We got some breaking news. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. Wrestling is for Negroes.
Trick shot. Booker William Slade, the Mad Dragon. Here is your winner, the new NXT champion, William.
Oh yes, that is beautiful.
See, that's what happens. That's what happens when you put a melanated body with 9 strands of DNA versus an unmelanated individual with 6 strands of DNA. It's the inevitable. We win in everything. Sorry, we win. You can't stop us.
Damn. Can't say nothing.
I'm laughing because that's your response. It's like, yeah, that's like
you can't say nothing after that.
Man. And you just think about the stories of old. Think about the stories of old. That one can put 1,000 to flight, and 2 can put 10,000 to flight. Man, they can't fade us. They cannot fade us. So, you know, when our people get away from the cooning and buffooning and come into their rightful place in their power, then we're gonna be good. Then we're gonna be good. But you know, it ain't here, man. It ain't in America. This is not the same place to fight.
This is all I know. This is all I know. If it get that bad, I take my money. I go to Jamaica and put me on the coast. I'll just fry fish all day and sell it to white people and the locals. That's all I'll do till the tsunami come get me.
You know they passed that bill, right? Or they're working on passing that bill.
Which bill?
It's going to get through. The funding bill. It's like $91 billion.
Oh yeah, no, they're gonna pass that by the end of the week.
They're gonna pass that. Yeah, they're gonna pass that. They think Saturday's the vote. It's about to be a wrap. Like that clip you got. It's a wrap around.
Yeah, it's a wrap for your round and a wrap for your round.
Man, that's what
that's why I say vote them all out.
Hey, the man don't play. He said, if you do this, I'm going to do this. Your $61 million or billion dollars, it's going to go up in smoke. It's not even going to make it to where you wanted to make it to. And, you know, history has a way of repeating itself. You remember where World War II jumped off?
Over here.
The exact place where they said they're going to blow up that $61 billion worth of munitions. But hey, what do they care? They're all getting paid. And I just can't believe that the Donald stepped in and created a structured deal to make this thing happen. Man, we in some troubling times for real. It's like who's who?
Yeah.
Anyway, our sister ain't gonna win. She done. I don't know. I can't
Wait, brother. I know you got your shirt off and everything. I feel you on that. But don't you start talking French.
Who is we? Who is we?
She ain't ours.
Exactly. If I had my YouTube up, I put my little post in on the chat. But
yeah, she not us.
No, she ain't us. No, she's a far cry from us. And the rest of them, you know, Scott, I'm not black. Tim, I'm not black, Scott.
Yeah,
Tim,
fine.
I'm not black, Scott. You know, hey man, it's.
I called off my engagement, Scott.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow. So it's like, okay, so he plays the game too.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Well, you think he's gonna find him a Megan Good or something?
Shit.
Try to come back to that blackness.
No, we still ain't gonna vote for you.
Man, I'm trying to told you.
Anything else?
These people. Nah, we got nothing else.
All right.
We got nothing else. Blam blam bloom.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming up.
Hey, I didn't want you to be alone. Love you, son. And support
I appreciate that.
Most
yes,
definitely.
Sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Goddess M, go ahead.
Hey there. B1 to you and
B1.
About out an oldie but a goodie. Yeah, since she's trying to rear her literally ram looking face back into politics, you know, they got all of them burning up. She gotta know that these sound bites are gonna come back and bite her in her butt, you know.
They already did.
I mean,
Nobody
even more
checks for her
so, they're gonna
anymore.
come back again. Yeah,
But
she's
nobody-
untrustworthy. Um, you know, she sound like she went to Pregu, um, Ragu. You know, she's one of them types, and um, like you said, it's funny that the main one, um, conservative leader of theirs, have a degree, and none of them have one, and that speaks volumes. Um, you know, because the man doesn't sound all that bright to a certain degree. So when they be in these um, uh, talking tanks and doing these sound bites, um, you know, and spew that backwards racist jogging, um, you know, onto a sound bite, and then they do it in, well, they like, well, there's no repercussion because you know we have to be very in their face now with it. Like they're not even shy about it anymore. So it's just a lot of dumb rhetoric, erasure propaganda, along with agendas, and then you get these very happy bedwenches like her, you know, and a tether. I call is her a spygerian, because they always somewhere on the wall like a fly, spying, and then you know they project these most ridiculous accusations, the most disingenuous bull crap that comes out of their mouths,
Mhm.
and try to look at you with a straight face while they're literally have diarrhea of lies pouring out of their filthy mouths. So it's amazing, and you know the cap for Zaddy and already the colonized mindset, coupled with that, there's no hope for a person like that. Miss Camelface just needed to probably stay um, doing loop de loos on the pole. So, but she needs to keep her mouth out of you know, Black American business, FBA business, because she truly doesn't serve any use, um, you know. So it was just, you know, ridiculous to rehear that, and well, to actually hear it all again for the first time. To hear it all, because I only heard bits and pieces because I was at work when like that y'all broke the first time the story on her, and yeah, um, eh, um, the Marsh, Lamont, pretty much, you know, schooled her. I mean, like you said, basic geography, and social issues, especially you're from the continent or you're anchor baby, but you still should know. You act as if you've been back to your homeland. You actually should know some of those things that are basic facts, and who was conquered and who was not conquered, and you know, some of the politics that plays out there, you know, in Africa. And then, like you said, bro, she went uh, full African. Boy, I laughed so hard. I laughed so
Like I
hard
like
at that.
like I don't fucking get it though, but it's simple shit that y'all don't even know. That's
Yeah,
what's pissed me. This is what really pisses me off about them. Y'all want to say that we stupid. Fine, you have your opinions. The simple shit y'all can't even get right.
indeed.
And you
And
got $1,000 smartphone in your pocket and you still wrong.
exactly. And she probably also owns a laptop or iPad or something, I'm sure. You know, things
Your
that she can
children
quickly.
cannot be smarter than you at this point in their lives. Her little people are young. Come on now. We not finna do
Well,
this.
it's not going to be hard to surpass mommies on the intellectual level. So, you know. It's not going to be hard for them to
Hey,
do that.
conservatives, when y'all gonna bring conservatives that got a degree somewhere? When?
I know, right? Ridiculous. College dropouts, and they think they are the authority on what it is that they speak out of their, out of the rabbit hole of their so-called conscious thoughts. And it's really sad. It's pathetic, and it shows that they are desperate, and we can see them from a mile away. The foolery that they do, and the trash that they spew. So yeah, I make the jokes on them. Yeah, yeah. So I'm not gonna hold you, bro. The roast was epic. I like the roast.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we wanted more. So and you gave us more.
I don't know. It just happened. But
Yeah.
oh man.
Spontaneity.
Yeah.
But yeah, next time warm them pipes up if you're gonna sing.
I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Are you yawning? Oh, look, we
Hey,
gotta let you go.
I've been up since 4 a.m.
Oh, gotcha. I was up a few hours later than you, so yeah, I get what you're saying.
I know y'all still mad at that video I did today. I know. I know.
They're gonna be all right.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
Well, all right, brother. Thanks for the commentary, and be one to you. And you on tomorrow? We'll pick this up.
Nah. Probably gonna wait till Friday. Do something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I do have we do have
a life.
That. Well, I got a lot private live stream that I kind of want to do.
Oh, okay.
Y'all like 50-50 gonna like it. We'll see how much I can get away with. Yeah.
Interesting. My eyebrows are has risen over here, unlike the Joker poker face that was mismatched.
You gotta make sure you become a member before you miss it.
Okay, I was trying to become a member. I was trying to touch on stuff. I guess I don't know what I'll be doing. So
we'll put the link in the chat. We'll put the link in the chat again.
Okay, that's what's up. And I'll drop down so I can go back on there so I can see it, and I'll get through it that way.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, B1. Peace.
B1. That was Goddess M. Word. Well, anyway, y'all. I know that sucks. I know. I'll delete it eventually. But anyway, let me get up out of here. Thanks for those who came up, and thanks for y'all for watching the show and getting something out of this, hopefully. So take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.
Life has definitely been lifing. I'm going to keep you guys updated with
at the end of the day got to end.
Hey!